She's a fighter, after all. Miu senpai actually brought some self-made food, like typical Japanese New Year's food. She brought it in like Tupperware. it had so much of a self-made feeling to it. And apparently she like promised Korone senpai that she would bring it. So Korone senpai got really excited when Miu senpai pulled out the self-made food. おせち。日本の年末に食べる？合ってるよね？合ってる？なんかね、野菜とかいろいろ鶏肉とかいろいろ入ってた。And then Korone senpai was like, wow! And starts eating immediately. And she's like, ah, oishii, so good! 筑前煮それだ筑前煮おせちじゃない。おせち弁当があったから、そう思った。It was like some vegetables, like carrots and like peas or whatever, and like so, all kinds of like typical Japanese vegetables that I don't even know the name of. They look really funky. Chikuzen-ni. Simmered chicken and root vegetables. There you go. Seems to be something you eat for New Year's. So I tried as well. It was good. It was really good. I'm quite honored to be able to eat Miu senpai's self-made cooking. Kya! めっちゃ声だわ。So everyone was kind of like eating from that, and then we also had some really nice fancy bentos, and the other members were like, wow, this bento, we have bentos, they're so fancy. And I'm like, you guys don't always get bentos when you do something like work at the studio? And I said, sometimes, often not, just like smaller snacks, but bento, and especially a fancy bento like this, is kind of rare. I took a photo, but I'm not sure. I have to check with Genma if it's okay to show, because there was some kind of stamp branding on part of the food, and I'm not sure if it like gives away anything. Actually, so yeah, I also brought some food. I was waiting until everyone was there. I pulled out the manner wafers, and I said, I have some sashire because sashire. How do I translate sashire? It's like a souvenir, but I guess maybe it's not quite a souvenir. So sashireキアラも持ってきたんですよ、実は。オーストリアから。And then everyone was like, we didn't bring any sashire. A-chan posted the waivers. Yeah. Everyone liked them. I was actually very, very surprised. Because I said, these are really, really simple, actually. They might be kind of boring, but I think because they're so simple, usually no one dislikes them, I would say. I thought it was a safe choice. And they loved it. Especially Fubuki senpai and Korone senpai. Fubuki senpai was sitting next to me, eating the whole thing right away. And then Korone senpai was so surprised. She was like, wow, this is so good. Why is this so good? But Fubuki senpai was quietly enjoying the whole thing. Korone senpai was going on and on about how this is so good. And I was like, hey, Korone senpai, I can give you another one if you want. And she's like, hey, really? And I'm like, yeah, of course. If you like it so much, I'm surprised you guys like it so much. I gave her another one. She was so happy. She's going to be addicted. Oh yeah, she was even asking if there's any way to buy them in Japan. I'm not sure. ねえ、番組が終わったらね、みんなすげえスピードで着替えて、もう帰ろうとしてて。で、うちの私服見てもらいたかったから、急いでうちも着替えたんだけど、見てもらった時に、みんな、すげえかわいいめっちゃ褒めてくれたの。特にコロネ先輩はその一日中ずーっとイチャイチャしてくれてて、こんなにね、仲良くできると思わなかった。マジで。So, and then, you know, people, they were leaving and they were all going to Miu senpai's place. I didn't wanna, like, push myself. You know, we just met, you know. I didn't wanna ask if I could go to Miu senpai's place. Sasugani, I didn't wanna invite myself, you know. I think Japanese people have a hard time turning down people, so. But they were about to leave, so I said goodbye, and I gave everyone a hug, even though I am very much aware of how hugs are not, you know, pretty much only like close family and lovers hug in Japan. But I couldn't help it. I was so happy to meet them, and I've been too used to living overseas again. I couldn't hold it back. Gave everyone a hug. But when it came to Korone senpai, I gave her a hug, and then really, really sadly, and she's like, "Bye-bye, Kiara-chan." And I'm like, "Bye-bye, Korone." And then she's like, "One more hug," and she comes back to me to hug me again, and hug, and then we say bye-bye and bye-bye, Korone. And she's like, "Bye-bye, Kiara." And then she says, one more, and she gives me a third hug from her. Yeah, but then we go like bye again. And then we look at each other like, PM, and she gives me a fourth hug. And the staff around us are laughing at us. And then basically we had to be torn apart.